Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at 4 vehicles from the Tomica Hyper Rescue Active Changer line. We have AC-01 Fire Jet, AC-02 Powered Drill, AC-03 Dump Dozer, and AC-04 Ambu Copter. So these are all really neat. The whole kind of focus of the line, the gimmick of the line, is that everything has a transformation. So you can see it's a fire truck that becomes a jet. I guess just like a support vehicle that becomes a crane with the I'm not really sure what these vehicles are. You have a dump truck that becomes a bulldozer, and then you have an ambulance that becomes a helicopter. So very neat. They all come with this gray stand as well because there's a magnet in the car and the stand, so you can transform these even if you don't have the 01 giant fire ambulance that I reviewed previously. These of course do work with that, but in case you wanted to buy like just this, it does come with the base, so you can use that to transform it. You don't need the bigger toy to make these work. So it just kind of shows both modes here on the side. You have a little Tomica guy down there. These do not come with any figures, it's just the vehicle. But you can see it shows off the larger vehicle as well, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later on. So that's pretty much it for the packaging for these. I guess I'll show off the sides real quick. The backs are pretty much the same on all of them, and this side as well, so I'll just show off this side as a picture of the vehicle in each form. So I'm going to go ahead, get these open, stickered up, and we'll take a closer look. So the first thing I will say is, wow, these guys have a lot of stickers. I really did not expect the level of stickers for these tiny cars. For 01, the big fire truck, that had a lot of stickers, but it was a bigger toy, so I kind of expected it. These guys are tiny, but still have a crazy amount of stickers. So just be wary of that. But I'm going to move these back. So here is Fire Jet. This guy is actually like a smaller version of the larger fire truck. Transforms almost completely the same way. Now, consequently, you don't actually need the magnet. You can hit this big button here underneath, and they'll transform. So you can see they even have stickers underneath the wings and stuff. So here is the jet mode. You can see this piece flips out for the fuselage of the jet. The wings flip down and have the guns mounted. And you just push these back up, close that up, and it's the fire truck again. I'll bring in one of the gray pieces in a moment to show you how that works too. This one is Powered Drill. Again, I don't really know what kind of vehicle it is in this mode. But if you hit the button underneath, you can see that this lifts up, this giant drill comes out. The drill does not spin, unfortunately, and then you can actually lift the crane arm up, and then you can spin this from side to side. But it does spring back up, so just beware. You push this back in, push the drill in, and then push this in. What is it doing to me? Sometimes they get a little stuck. So push this in, push this down, and then this will tab under there. There we go. Here is 03 Dump Dozer. So you can see it is a like garbage truck right now, dump truck. This lifts up. Not that really anything. I guess if you put something in there, it could possibly come out the bottom. But if you hit the button underneath, you can see this part flips up like it's going to empty that, and then part of it flips around to the front to form the bulldozer. So you just push this back down, lift this up, and then that flips right there. And then 04 Ambu Copter, which the name needs a little work, but the ambulance actually looks kind of cool. Again, it's got a ton of stickers. This guy's transformation is probably the most involved. So if we hit the button underneath, you can see the sides flip down. This part pops up. You do have to straighten out the rotors. It's got this back fin. This piece flips around. The stickers on this, I don't know what it is. They do not stay down. Some of the stickers don't stick that well. Most of the main ones, like the canopy and the lines and the signs and everything like that. They stick pretty well, but some of the smaller ones just, I guess they don't have enough to grab onto. Those headlights always pop up for me. But anyway, that spins pretty decently. And this one I have some trouble with too when I'm transforming it back, because the directions tell you one set of, like, because there's an order to it, but I think these go in, then this pops down, and then you flip the panels up. Yeah, there we go. So there you go, back in the ambulance form. So every one of them comes with one of these light gray ramp pieces. And you can see that there's these two peg holes underneath, and it actually can connect to the larger vehicle. I'll show that off in a moment. And then you can flip these down. But basically how this works is there is a magnet in here. So if you would take this and just kind of like drive it over the ramp, it'll, once it hits the magnet, it'll stick. And then it will transform it. So again, you don't need this. You can just hit the big button underneath. But I wanted to show you guys that. That's how it's meant to go with the ramp. Once it hits that, it will transform. So, I'm pretty sure only one of these can connect to the larger vehicle at any one time, so you're going to have a ton of these left over. Maybe future vehicles will also have connectivity with these, only time will tell, but each one of these little guys comes with one of these gray pieces. Alright, so when it comes to the larger vehicle, if you go ahead and you pop this piece up on the back, you can see that there are two pegs on the side. So you take the little silver piece, and I like to peg it in on one side just to make it a little bit easier, and then this will flip down and peg into the other side, and then you can push it back down. So you can actually leave that on there in the vehicle mode, which is actually kind of nice. It doesn't fly off or anything when you push it back up. So these vehicles work exactly the same. We'll try this guy out. Right up in there. Close it up. Then when we pop this up, the magnet hits, everybody transforms. And you can see that these two really do look quite similar with the plane and the wings on the side. And then if you want to flip this up, and then he'll roll off. So that's how that works. For the base mode, you can go ahead and you can just kind of magnet these guys onto the sides. And now you can magnet somebody up here as well. It doesn't always transform though, which is weird. If you can see, the guy up top did not transform. And then you can, whoop, now he did. Oh, I guess because that hit him. That's kind of funny. And then you can magnet that on there. So the base can hold up to 4 at a time. I guess technically if you wanted to put the 5th one back here and just hope the other guy will hold him in place, you could do that. But the base mode is meant to hold at least 4. So I think that's pretty cool. It's not, I mean, when they say base mode, it really isn't much different than just the jet mode. But it has this piece attached. And then you can magnet some more guys around. Now, as far as extra ones of these go, I was looking around to see if there was anywhere you could maybe like attach some extra ones. But you can see that there are definite clips back here, and I think there's an ambulance coming out soon, and the ambulance is going to connect to him via these clips. And then I think you can actually connect a ramp up here as well. So it should be pretty cool once the ambulance comes out. Definitely some more playability going on with these guys. But for what we have right now, I think all 4 of the cars are neat. I love the fact that the base can accommodate them all. And I love that clip on the top. I think that's a really nice feature there. I think these are really fun. If memory serves, they weren't too expensive. I think they're about $5 to $7 a piece before shipping. You get the cool transforming vehicle, you get that gray base plate, you get a ton of stickers. Definitely expect to invest some time stickering these things up. But they do look good once all the stickers are applied, I will say that. And I do appreciate that they include that gray base plate with every one so that you can definitely transform it without the bigger vehicle. So if for some reason you really just want to pick up one of these, you still get all the functionality out of it. You don't have to buy the bigger vehicle. But of course, if you have the bigger vehicle, there's definitely more fun to be had, a lot more playability. They all work perfectly with the larger vehicle. The transformation gimmick works really well. And I don't know, I just think they're fun. I think it's neat that Tomica came up with a new gimmick because they've kind of been doing the fire truck and the big ambulance, you know, a couple years in a row now. So they added this like active changer gimmick so that they all have kind of two modes, which I think is really neat. I think it's a new, innovative way to play. I mean, it's coming from the same company that makes Transformers, so I understand that the idea of a transforming vehicle is nothing new. But it's a relatively new introduction to Tomica, who has mostly in the past just had like armor pieces to kind of, you know, swap on or off. Not so. I mean, they did have Drivehead and Shinkalion, which are transforming robots. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. In any case, these toys are fun. I recommend picking them up. Even if you just want to pick up one or two of these little guys, but if you have the bigger vehicle, then I definitely recommend picking them up because a lot more playability going on there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.